Today's class will discuss about Hibernate. What is Hibernate? Anybody have any idea? Suguna, Pavani.
Mapping tool.
Okay. Mapping tool or mapping to?
It's a framework actually for mapping Java to relational databases.
Okay. Where is you? Piyush joined, right? Okay, wait for this. Yeah. There is a concept called as ORM.
Object relational mapping.
Yeah. What is ORM? We'll wait for a second. 1 second. ORM stands for Object Relational Mapping. Object relational mapping. Can you hold on 1 second? Yeah. I have a table called as address table. In address table, we have address ID, which is the primary key. It's also called as PK. PK is not movie name. Okay. Street, city, and state. Right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hibernate is nothing but it is like object relational mapping. So data is available in the database table. If you're using Hibernate or top-link any of the ORM specific languages tools, we should provide a POJO object for this each and every table. Okay. Products like please read on. Products like Hibernate, top-link, reduces the total amount of time. Reduces the total amount of time that we need to spend in developing the code for accessing the database. To access the data available in the database table using Hibernate, we must provide a normal Java class, like Pojo. Pojo stands for in area, plain, old, Java, object. And it should follow Java Bean standards. Java Bean. So, as per the rules, I'm going to create a class here, public class address here. I'm going to provide all the column names with my property names. Provide int address number, address ID, provide string, state, provide string, city, provide string, state, and also set and get methods as per Java Bean standards. This is the table which is available inside the database here.
I have a question here. This Java Bean and Pojo, they are same thing or they are different?
Java Bean, we have some standards. Based on the standards, we are developing the Pojo objects. So this is like we are providing implementation of Java Bean concepts here.
Okay.
This is the database table. This is the address table. I am mapping from address address class, again from address ID to address ID column, address ID property to address ID column, and again street to street column, street property to street column, and was like a state to city to city. Please take the diagram. State to state. This is called as object. Object is object relation to object is related to directly table, and object properties are related to directly column names of the table. This is called as object relational. So this is done by using some tools in Java. The tools are called as, this is called as ORM tools. This is done by using Hibernate, top link, and there so on. Many are there. The most popular one is Hibernate. So our concept is Hibernate today. So this is the way how Hibernate is responsible to relate with Java class to table of the table in the database, and also Java class properties to uh, table in the table columns. Okay, clear guys? Get a new project. I'm creating a new project here. Hibernate project. Inside this project, I'm going to write some classes. What is the class name? Address. home.sage.hb. HB stands for Hibernate. C stands for private int address ID, private state. What is your table contains? Address 1. Okay. Okay, we'll create a new table. The state private string city string state. So we have four properties here, and also I would like to generate a set and get methods for this. Right click on the class. If you want, you can write manually also, but no need to waste time on this. So we have already some predefined methods are available for generate the source for get and set methods. Right click on the class name, click on source, generate getters and setters. So it will ask you what type of all the setters required or not. See, if you see here, set get address ID, set address ID, get city, set city, get state, set state, get state, get set state. So these are the methods are done for us. So this is the way we need to start accessing the creating the Pojo classes. Pojo classes that should relate with our database table. Hold on 1 second, guys, please.
Hello?
I'm back. Yeah. So here pose object I'm going to use the test class here. The test class. So if you want to connect with the Hibernate, we need to have some jar files. If you want to connect with Hibernate, we need to have some jar files. So I have already downloaded the jar files. So I have already downloaded the jar files. Jar files are, let me check it. One second. Okay. So I'm just connecting the Hibernate jar files to download. I'm just checking either in my laptop it is stored or not. I'll download it quickly. 1 minute. I have downloaded the jar files. I'll show you where exactly. This is the official website for Hibernate.org is official website for download and to where you will get all the jar files. Its current release is 4.3.8 release. So don't tell in interview point of view 4.3.8 we are working on. So just tell 3.0. Okay, please just tell 3.0. So tomorrow's class will discuss about how to connect with the different the Maven project. We'll see the class. We'll finish with the install the JDBC driver, install the Hibernate drivers here. So I got the drivers here. These are the jar files. Jar files. Okay, we'll see the connect. To connect with any Hibernate applications, we must create an object for that. We must create some objects. That object, there are 4 steps we need to follow. How we will follow 4 steps for connecting the database, right? First, we need to see configuration object, configuration, org.hibernate dot cfg dot configuration. This is a class. It is like basic configuration. We are going to load it, and there are some classes there are some interfaces we must know while developing the Hibernate applications. There is one more interface called as org dot, please take, hibernate dot session factory, org dot hibernate session factory, org dot hibernate dot session. Here the classes and interfaces we must use as part of Hibernate applications in the main class where we are going to load it. One second, let me download the jar first. Right click on the project, build path, configure build path, libraries, add external jars, Hibernate jar file. I'm setting the Hibernate jar file as a class build path for my application. Now create a configuration object. Each and every application in Hibernate applications, if we are developing, we must follow some HBM.xml files, XML, and also mapping XML. We must use these mapping XML files and Hibernate mapping XML file and HBM XML file and configuration XML file. We can call it as the configuration XML file. So here in HBM XML file, basically it relates with our POJO object and our table information we are going to store into the HBM XML file. Now create our HBM XML file here. So there are some tools where we can generate the mapping tools, in Hibernate. I will generate basically wanted to get the accessed information. After that, I will want to remove all the code, what is generated code here. This is the address.hvm.xml file. Here, in the source, go to source. This is the generated code for 3.0 DTD version. See here, automatically address here in the HVM XML file, we have a root tag called as Hibernate mapping root tag. Inside this, we have a class tag. The class tag contains, we are going to use the information about our Java class name and the table. Okay. This ID we'll talk about later. What is this ID and what is this one? And these are the properties. State property. Column name is state column name. No need to provide here. We can directly add here. Like this. We can also do it like this. So my column is mapping with my property is mapping with which column in that which table? Rohit, not there. Suguna. This is the property name.
Address.
Student, yeah, address table, right? Address table and address class. Yes. This is address class. This is address table. So yes. This will talk about this is primary class, primary keys. Primary key. We are going to discuss about this one. We'll talk about later now. Street is mapped with the street project object is mapped of type string and column name is street in the table and the city and of type string column name is city in the table. State of property of type string and column name is state of the state in the table. Now go ahead and create a table with these parameters. Address ID. Can someone help me how to create the table?
So, is it the XML code? Syntax?
This is the XML syntax.
Yeah.
You've not gone through the XML concepts, right? Still?
No, I know XML.
There is a tool where I can add all the, not is not required. City. Where can?
State.
Where? State. Where can, right? This is the SQL table I'm creating here. Sorry?
Only?
ADD here I'm adding. Okay. I don't know where it is created. Is Donman, can you quickly will create the table name? First drop.
Create table address?
Yeah. Wait.
Drop table address.
ADDR.
Okay. Someone tell me.
Create table
address.
Why? I want to go for employee. Let me create employee. Employee.
Employee, bracket open, EMP ID.
Employee number, employee name. I want to make it as a, yeah, employee number. Yeah, go ahead. EMP number.
Employee ID.
I want clear syntax.
Employee ID.
Integer number. Integer or number?
Number.
Sure. Okay. Then?
Comma. Primary key.
This is, yeah, comma, no primary key. Primary key.
Primary key.
Sure.
Yes.
This is integer number, Pavani.
Integer. Also.
Number.
Pavani.
Number. Yes, Chaitanya.
This is integer number in Oracle.
Yes.
Guys are not helping me to create a table. Karane, can you help now?
EMP name.
The complete syntax I want.
Employee name, varchar of 20. Varchar of 20.
Okay.
You just type 2 in front of the bracket.
Yeah. What is 2
Varchar.
means? Okay, I'm going to remove it.
Comma, employee address, EMP address.
But instead of address, we can make it as a job and salary.
Okay.
Job.
EMP job. EMP job.
EMP job.
Job.
What is the difference between varchar 2 and varchar?
Salary number.
No, EMP cell, that's fine.
Number.
Salary should be double. How to create a double type columns in Oracle? Pavani?
I think still it will be number and comma 2, 3 or something like that.
Number? No need to give 20, right?
No. 5, 3 or whatever you want to give. No, number, and then you have to give the precision here.
Yes.
Here we have
10? It's fine, right?
10 and 2. 10, 2.
Okay. Employee salary, employee job, job type, and the employee name, employee ID. This is a primary key, right? That's it. This is also number, right? Instead of integer?
Yes, number.
Yes, number.
Very good. Wow. DSC.
Employee.
No, I don't want employee. I want to change it now. I want to drop the table. We want to make EMP.
Okay.
Name is already used by existing object. Okay, this is employee. Because I'll get confused in employee table or employee EMPL. I'm going to write EMPL because employee table we have, employee class we have, so we'll get confused. That's the reason I want to change it. ESC EMPL. Employee ID, employee name, employee job type, employee salary. Okay. So we'll change our Java code now. So in the place of address, we're going to move it as a employee. So can we quickly change the properties quickly?
EMP ID.
No, I don't want to use ID, EMP ID. ID I'm just using. And
Oh, okay.
name,
Name, job type,
and sal.
sal.
Sal will be int, right? Or double.
Dub.
I'm going to generate set and get method here. Source, set and get method. Okay. Now here I'm going to delete this one because I'm going to generate the again new XML file. Hibernate XML mapping file. I got Hibernate XML mapping file. Now we are going to change it to here. This is employee class. I am going to the employee table. So which table we are using? Table name. What is table name here? Pavani?
EMPL.
Yeah. What is the type of type ID and the column name here? EMP ID.
EMP ID. EMP.
I can also use by putting like this. I can also use like this. And what is this column name?
EMP name.
EMP name.
And EMP job type.
This job type is matching with this job type, right? So I'm going to make it as EMP job type.
And EMP sal.
Who is telling answers?
Sona.
Yes, very good. I think Pawan is not there in the class. Yep, sir. So this is clear, right?
Yes.
I'm there, Chaitanya. There is a lot of noise background here, so I can't.
Okay, nice. Okay, so each and every column, each and every property, I am mapped with the employee table column names. Okay, this is done. This job is done now. So as part of Hibernate, we have to create 3 steps. One is to load the configuration object, and load the session factory, and load the session, and also we have to create a HBM XML file, and also there is a very important class called as important XML file called as mapping configuration XML file. Hibernate configure.xml file by default. Session vector name we don't have, so database direct. I will first create the Hibernate config XML file, then we'll go for later. Then I will explain you what is the driver class name for we are using Oracle or JDBC driver or Oracle driver. What is the connection URL?
1521.
Connection URL 1521 only.
Yeah.
Complete answer you have to tell. Yeah. Now what is schema here?
Yeah.
XE.
XE.
What is username password?
System. Password.
Yeah. Password.
Click on finish. You'll generate a Hibernate config.xml file. In Hibernate config.xml file, we have Hibernate configuration is the root tag for the Hibernate XML file. Inside the Hibernate config.xml file, we have session factory. There, we are going to load the driver class name and the password, URL, username, schema, and dialect. Okay. Now, I have the information here. This is from here we are going to give all the information related to databases. So if you are working for MySQL, I should change here the MySQL dialect, and also I should change the driver MySQL drivers, and also I should use proper this URL. Everything should be changed. So if you are working with different server side, we can have one more session factory here to connect with MySQL. Clear? Remember, this is a very important question. Multiple database, how you will connect to data? How you will connect in a Hibernate? Please write a question. How to connect multiple databases in Hibernate? Now, in test class, I'm going to change it again. Employee test class. In test class, in main method, I'm going to, as per the steps I'm going following here, I'm going to create a configuration object. Wait. My configuration is not loading. I'm taking another 10 more minutes to complete the class. Don't mind, please. Any plans for anybody?
No.
In real-time scenarios, jar files will be provided by the client people, or sometimes we need to download by using some other tools called as find.jar or jar finder. Please take the sites. Jar finder. One more site here. This is one more site called as find.jar file. Here we are going to, if you give any class name, right, it will find out automatically jar file and give it. Suppose if you want to find out any other file, it will find out. Build path, configuration build path, external jar file. Why it is not loading? Is there in the class, right? Configuration.class file. I don't know exact reason why it is down, why is not getting connected with database servers. Yes. Hibernate configuration. I'm loading here configuration config or new configuration. Inside this configuration, I'm going to load the my configuration file. What is my configuration file in Java class in the project? What is my configuration file? Config dot build session factory. The build session factory method is available in the configuration. What is the return type for this method? Build session factory return type.
Session factory.
So creating object session factory. I'm going to create a session factory object. I'm going to load session factory also. Session factory. Once session factory is available, we'll see session factory dot get method open session. Okay. What is the open session method return type?
Session.
Yeah. Once we have session object, we are going to execute we're going to execute or we're going to insert some data here. I'm going to create employee object. I'm going to set some data by using set method. Employee dot set ID. What is your favorite number, Pavani? 01. Okay. Employee dot set name.
CK.
Wow. Who is this? Huh? Who is this? Employee dot set job. SE.
Programmer.
Yeah. Employee dot set salary 10 rupees. Okay. Now, by using session dot, we'll talk about everything later. Session dot, there is a save method. Inside this, I'm going to pass object here, employee object. I'm going to save it. Now, if I run the application, automatically this 01 CK programmer 10 values will be inserted into the database. Currently, we don't have any data in the database. Select star from MPL. Nothing, right?
Yes.
Running the application here. Right click on running the application, Java application. Wow. Class not found exception. Take this class, go to jar finder, search here, get the jar file. Okay. Go to find jar, search here, get the jar file. If everything is ready, if I am showing an example that is not good, that's the reason we will be making on the spot all the jar files. So we don't know which jar is downloaded, so I'm going back again. This is the logging API which I'm going to discuss very soon. Right click on the project. There will be a number of jars will be coming again here, so we'll do one by one so that we can understand more. 3 jars. Click on OK. Now run the application. Again one more jar. Hibernate config.xml not found. Why it is not found? There is one more important tag we have to use in the Hibernate config XML file called as mapping tag that we'll see now. I'm getting all the errors, so I'm clearing with downloading the jar files. So once download all the jar files, I will share you the jar files. Meanwhile, in Java code, go to Hibernate config XML file. Here, I'm going to add one more tag called as property. There is a mapping tag. Inside this mapping tag, I'm going to use resource. inside this resource, I'm going to use what is the resource we're using here, employee.hbm.xml file. So that one I'm going to use it here. And this is very important concept where mapping is required, where we are communicating with our Java code, our Hibernate code with our employee table and employee classes. Now go back, we'll see that the download jar file is downloaded or not. It is not downloaded still. Yeah, it is downloaded. Take this jar file. Again, going back here, Hibernate jar file, put here, into extract here. We'll get one jar file. That one will make it as a Java application. Set as a build path. Now again, an application. Employee HBM not found, so I'm going to move employee HBM to again outside of the packet. No, it's run the application. There is one document error here. So there is a column name. I'm missing wrongly mapping in the employee HBM XML file. We'll see that. Line number 7 document. So in employee HBM XML file, here already showing attribute name, column name, also with element ID followed by character. What is this? Attribute name column associated with the element type property must be followed by the equal to character. Attribute employee ID, ID name equal to int, type equal to int, right, and column name equal to this is right on it. So what is here? Employee table, employee table. empid. I generated a new one again because it's getting some error here. So state name is employee name. And employee job type. EMP cell. I think we won't get any other, I guess. Can you check now? No other, right? Super. No. Won't delete this file. Because maybe I changed some of the changes, but I don't know. It was correct only. So it's okay. Now run the application, employer test. So simple. Okay. Now run the application. Wow, there are many errors are coming. So I want to take on this. Again, one more jar file. Last one, I guess. So again, someone you have to tell what are the jar files we downloaded. So making a list of the jar files. It won't come the jar files. It won't come with along with our Hibernate jar files. Please remember, this is the different third-party vendors. Now finally, Oracle driver came. So now Oracle driver, I'm going to install it. Oracle driver, where is Oracle driver here? OJDBC 14, right? Pavani? OJDBC 14.jar file, right?
Yes, J2ee.
Oh. Getting tired, yeah. Can you mute? Please someone list down what are the jar files required to download except Hibernate jar files. Not on the application. Oh, so many are there. I think we are within here. Please. cglib.jar file is a very important jar file. We will talk about separate session for this. This is like one-time investment. Pavani?
Yes.
No, getting bored.
No, actually, it's too much of information. I'm trying to just find it out what is going on. So,
See here, we have already downloaded the jar files. Even though we have some third-party vendors or third-party jar files required to, to run the application, Hibernate application. So I don't want to make ready everything to run this one. So I want we should do in this way. We're almost done. Wait for 2 minutes.
Chaitanya, I have a question.
Go ahead.
For every program, do we need to download different jar files for that
No,
related?
not every program. Well, this is one time. I told this is one-time investment. I told her.
Okay.
One time of downloading. Today only we're downloading, so it will be available for whole day.
Oh.
Illegal access error. Pose object. Default entity mode. What is this? Plan number 1. Now we are came to, there is no errors now. Now we are came here. Employee HBM XML file. com.ch.employee hp.employee, right? Table equal to employee, id equal to id, and column name equal to employee id, generated class is assigned. Salary is double salary, right? There is a big difference between SLF4J and log4j. We'll talk when in Hibernate only, when we're going to have, how to use log4j in Hibernate. That scenario, that time we'll talk about it. Please remember me, Iskuna.
Did you teach that before?
No, I didn't teach it. I'm going to teach it. In Hibernate, I'm going to talk about it.
Is it used mainly in testing for logging, or there's some other use?
Logging
also?
is we are going to use for auditing purpose.
Auditing and logging.
If you want to log something, like how this is working, auditing, right? Basically. So that's how we're going to use it. It's okay. If you're not running the application, I can skip that. We can stop it and we can continue tomorrow. You see, last chance. But this is the classes. These are the jar files. We have to load it. So supposed to not do this. New configuration. Okay, anyway, this is the steps we need to follow. We'll see the remaining class tomorrow. So if you insert this one, right, automatically if you do session.save method, employee object, automatically data will be inserted into the database. Okay. So these are the steps we need to follow for the Hibernate applications: Hibernate config XML file, Hibernate employee HVM XML files, and employee test, employee PostGL should be there. Okay. So tomorrow's class will continue about the Hibernate only. Then we'll have 2-3 classes. Then we'll complete Hibernate. Then we'll go to servlets and JSP. So any doubts so far? Pavani? Any doubts?
Just checking.
Yeah, any doubts? I will ask you questions on tomorrow. What is JDBC questions? And I want everybody should answer properly. Okay. Okay then. Tomorrow's class will meet. Tomorrow's class will meet, guys. Bye bye.
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 Bye, Chetan.
Bye bye. And I uploaded the videos. Did you guys get a chance to go through that?
Can you send the link? I don't have the link for those.
Pavani, can you send the link now?
Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah, because he is not able to access it. So these are the training: JDBC 03, JDBC 02, JDBC 01, and the collections framework, exception handling, iOS teams, and exception handling 01, the inner classes. And some of the classes are missing here. I have to change the name and I have to upload it. It will take some time. So I think this JDBC is fine. Piyush, are you there? Piyush? Yeah. You got the videos, right?
I just shared the links.
Yes. You are able to access shared?
So how do I copy the link?
No, you
Just
can
click on
directly
that
click.
link.
Yes.
Are you able to see, Sajal?
Just hold on for a second, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I can look at those.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Kumar's
Thank you.
first
Have a
one.
nice.
Bye, bye. Bye, Chaitanya.
Bye. Pavani, you called me today? No.
No, Chaitanya.
Okay. Sorry, got late today because I wrongly put alarm and it was a mistake happened.
That's okay, Chaitanya. No problem.
Sorry
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye bye.